A good Tuesday evening to you. We begin tonight with the right to vote in Arkansas. Today, the State Board of Election Commissioners said that voter registration forms with electronic signatures are invalid, dealing a blow to one local nonprofit that has been using that process for years. Channel 7's Andrew Mobley spoke with that organization and the director of the board to learn more. Andrew.
There's been a lot of confusion about whether electronic signatures on voter registrations are allowed under Arkansas law. The State Board of Election Commissioners says that the emergency rule and declaratory order it passed today are to clarify the existing voter registration law, Amendment 51, and to enforce the same standard throughout the state. Some counties, like Pulaski County, have been accepting electronic signatures while the majority haven't.
The declaratory order is a describer of the law, and then the rule is drawing a line in the sand, so to speak. The proposal is to address some conflict that's occurred where you have some county clerks that are accepting electronically signed voter registrations, and you have other county clerks that are not. And what we're trying to do is create uniformity throughout the state, either, so that all clerks are accepting the same thing, so that all applicants are filling out the paperwork the same, so that everybody's being treated the same.
Get Loud Arkansas, a nonprofit which helps new voters register, and until today provided an online voter registration form that allowed for electronic signatures, says the emergency rule amounts to voter suppression.
They had this emergency meeting today for an emergency rule. There is one emergency in this state right now, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to this. And the emergency we have is we've got to stop people from implementing their well-thought-out voter suppression, because that's what this is.
Elliott and her organization say that the Secretary of State's office has given them mixed messages on the validity of electronic voter registration signatures. They cite a recent Attorney General opinion that says electronic signatures are generally valid under Arkansas law.
You know, if you don't have a printer to be able to print off your form yourself, you have to go and get a paper form, fill it all in by hand. The form is not intuitive. It's easy to miss certain things that are required. So yeah, this definitely will have a chilling effect on voter registration. It has made it much easier for people, especially people who live in rural areas and maybe can't get into the county clerk's office to get a form.
While much of the controversy stems from differing interpretations of Arkansas's voter registration law, one thing that is unmistakably clear is that electronic signatures are allowed through identified registration agencies like the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Well, Amendment 51 says those are the agencies that can do that. It doesn't say that others can do that. And the point of it is to ensure that the voters themselves are the ones that are signing this. And quite frankly, I mean, you can speculate as to what all the reasons for it are. That's a legislative issue. But functionally, what we want is a voter in one county that applies to be a voter to do the same thing a voter in another county does. And that's what we're trying to do.
The emergency rule, as voted on by the State Board of Election Commissioners, will be submitted to the Bureau of Legislative Research tomorrow and may go into effect as soon as next week. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.